right now, the government is spending much more money crushing the production of hemp. And another thing that puzzles me about the insanity or even the diabolical nature of the right-wing religious Republican situation. Why do they go after the American farmers? They spend more money fighting hemp in this country. You know, in California, which is my home state, hemp was the #1 agricultural cash product. In Iowa, in Tennessee, and like
back in Indiana, where I'm from.
Yeah,
as
how
well.
many states?
At least that we're aware of, 28 or more.
Yeah, honest farmers out there trying to make a living growing hemp, and the government is out there arresting these good-hearted, free enterprise farming agricultural Americans. Meanwhile, down in Colombia and Peru, these gangsters, these cocaine cartel people, are making billions of dollars, and we're spending less money on them. It's how come? I think you're probably right that they don't want people to be using hemp because it would interfere with the oil monopoly. It would interfere with the wood pulp monopoly. And also, I think there's something really religiously diabolic and evil about the right-wing Christians in this country who go after hemp because they hate people to have pro-choice and to make your own decisions about your life. And
they seem to be some of the people, too, who overlook the medical aspects of
absolutely,
hemp.
yeah.
Now, from your perspective and being a psychiatrist as you are, you've had the opportunity to become acquainted with many different aspects of healing and some of the more positive benefits of the uses of hemp. Could you share that, please?
Well, there have been an enormous number of studies that show that that hemp and cannabis is extremely necessary for certain forms of glaucoma. You simply have to have it. There, in many states, these fanatic anti-pleasure people are so afraid that the patient who's going blind might enjoy the experience that you got to go blind, die, but don't have a good time because the Republicans are in power. I mean, that's apparently the logic here.
Aren't they using it too for anorexia and for
Exactly.
cancer, AIDS?
I mean, there's one terrible thing about hemp, and I don't want to get into the use of marijuana, but I got to be honest with you. There are some terrible side effects of smoking or using marijuana. One is it's called refrigerator blackout. I mean, you get the munchies.
Oh, okay.
You know, you smoke a joint, and suddenly there you are. The next thing you know, you've eaten 9 pounds of fig Newton. And say now that's dangerous. You gotta be careful there. On the other hand, if you're dying of cancer or malnourished because of stomach problems and you don't have any appetite, hemp, of course, is the logical and obvious and natural medicine to give you an appetite to see you through that period. But again, a good true Puritan would rather have you die than have a good meal while you're giggling.
We also know that it's good for stress to calm you down. And from a viewpoint of a psychiatrist, is there any benefits for someone who might be having emotional or mental problems as opposed to giving them like Valiums or some of these other stronger drugs that seem to be causing problems like Prozac and so on?
Yeah. Well, number one, I don't want to come out like a smart ass here, and every psychological situation is individual and needs its own, its own pharmacology. So I don't want to generalize, but certainly the things about hemp is it's not addictive. It's extremely it doesn't have any of the side effects of many of the euphorics and the antidepressants that are approved and that doctors' prescriptions will give you. So, yeah, there's a... you see, the thing about religious fanaticism is that the crazier, the nuttier, the wilder, and almost the more nonsensical the belief, the more you hang on to it. So that I've debated for many years a man who was the head of the DEA for about 5 years. His name is Peter Bensinger.
Yeah, she have.
And I can't believe him. He's going after hemp, and he's trying to say that, hemp, they gave a lot of some mice some hemp, and it made male mice, teenage male mice, and it made their breasts grow a little. So he said, "Why, if you college boys, you see if I'm going to." I think, why is he going? There are real problems of crack babies in the inner city and alcohol, which is our number one drug here, and nicotine. 500,000 people die a year from that. Here's this guy blathering on about the dangers of I don't know. He never did mention whether marijuana would make girls' breasts bigger, but I don't even want to get into that. The whole thing is.
Okay,
so
now you've
silly.
also had a few debates with G. Gordon Liddy too.
Yeah,
haven't
that's
you?
what I have. Yeah.
And he seems to think that marijuana, i.e. hemp, is one of the plants that's going to lead to a complete social breakdown in our structure of government. And you seem
Well,
to
I know
stand-
Gordon Liddy. I've been debating him. I've known him for years, over 25 years. I know exactly how his mind works. And like a good army man, like a good military man, like a good policeman, like a good follower of his leader, Richard Nixon,
Okay.
Gordon Liddy has never had one unauthorized thought in his life. So he reads the line, so he knows what is it? LSD makes you jump out of windows. Marijuana makes you, what is that? I forget what it is.
Let's say it's the gateway drug.
Yeah, it's a gateway drug.
That's
yeah.
right, it's the gateway drug.
Yeah.